Good morning, welcome back to casa.texpina. We're on build day number 235. It's Thursday. General labor crew is here on site and I will walk you around and show you what everybody's working on. So let's get started. Alright, so first off the bat, let's go ahead and walk in the front door like you're supposed to enter a house. Walk in the front door. Mr. Lance is putting on grout all throughout the house, so he's doing the nice squares back and forth. We're trying to get rid of as many lines as possible from all the joints in the floor. Mr. Wilson is doing a little rework on our breakfast bar here. So we're trying to smooth out all the imperfections on it, because when you put the first coat of paint on, you really see a lot of all the ripples and places that need to be sanded down and repaired. So he and Mr. Andy have been working on this yesterday afternoon and today, and they're going to rework some of the cabinetry too, to try to get out most of the imperfections, so that when we paint it, everything looks like nice flat wood. So that's what we're working on here. Back in the master bath, looks like we're starting to put in. Oh, nang ginagawa mo? Huh?
Having pin light.
Ah, wiring for the pin light and maybe a exhaust fan. We'll see, because we should have an exhaust fan here as well. Actually, in our bath, we're going to have an exhaust fan in the water closet and also one here above the shower and bath area. We tried this out the other night. It generates a lot of humidity. So yeah, we definitely going to need the additional exhaust fan to help pull some of that humidity out of the house, especially being right next to the master walk-in closet. We need to keep as much humidity out as possible. So that's going to be something we're working on. And coming back into the guest side of the house, Mr. Cho starting to work on our little side project here with the under stair lighting or under tread lighting. So each step is going to have a little bit of lighting right here on the front edge. It'll be tucked back underneath by the riser, where the riser and the run actually come together. Okay, also throughout the house and probably the rest of the day, you're going to start to see a lot of these doors starting to get hung. So we're hanging the door here for the dirty kitchen. We will have a glass in here. Initially it's just going to be clear. I do believe at some point Miss Emie and I are going to end up putting some kind of frosted glass or some decals or something on it, just to let you know there is a piece of glass here, but also to say, hey, look, we're in the dirty kitchen, or spice room, or something to that. Let's get spicy, that kind of thing. Just to give it a little taste and flair. So the other places going on. Mr. Ricky, one of our painters, has returned today. So he's starting to do sanding and painting out here in the garage area, assisting Mr. Stanley, who is continuing to work on the Maids Room. All the sawing right here, you see Mr. Ferdy is sizing up the doors. So like I said, we're going to be hanging a lot of doors today. And excuse me, Mr. Alex is continuing to work on the drawers for our cabinets, our islands. Okay, and then we've got a couple of guys that are still across the street in the shade doing the macias and sanding for the cabinetry doors all the way around, as well as one or two general laborers that are helping to clean up the site. They're really starting to consolidate what materials are reusable, can be used and located to another site, as well as what needs to just go in the trash heap for pickup. I believe When I spoke with the operations manager yesterday, he mentioned he was going to try and get this picked up sometime by the end of the week. So we're looking at either today or tomorrow, possibly even as late as Saturday, but should definitely be gone before the Christmas break next week. Yes, it is almost Christmas break. Coming quickly. Okay, so today we've also got our exhaust fans getting ready to get put in some of the bathrooms. I believe they're going to start here in the master. So this is what the exhaust fan looks like without the cover. You know, nice, big. Should push out enough of the humidity outside, or at least up to the eaves on the outside of the house. From there, it'll just dispense through the rest of the air. So this is what those look like. They will be getting put in, one here in between the two lights to take care of all the humidity from here, and one in the water closet area. That's not for humidity. All right, Mr. Stanley has finished working the baseboards and walls and crown molding here in the Maids Room. Last thing left to go in here is the ceiling fan, which showed up yesterday, but the electricians are busy in other locations, so we've got everything wired. They still got to put the switch in, and then they'll get working on that. So in the interim, Mr. Stanley has moved next door. So he is starting to work on the base of the crown molding up at the top. Right there. Yeah, that's what Mr. Stanley's working on. And on the outside here, Mr. Ricky over there is working on door frames, because we're getting ready to put in some more of these doors. So Mr. Ferdy here is trimming off the bottom, trying to make sure these are all level on the bottom and no catches on the tile. So I know on a previous video some of you guys are worried about the tiles when they get ready to put the grout in, that they're not cleaning it out properly, making sure that all the dirt and dust and everything has gotten removed from the tiles. A young man, Mr. Lance here, is actually going around each of the tiles with a little putty knife and pulling out all the dirt and debris from within those joints and crevices. Then he's going to go back over this again with he's got a bucket of water and a sponge. So he'll go back and cover over that and make sure to get all of that out beforehand. And then he'll start putting in the grout and squeezing it down. Over here, Mr. Cho's been working on our Understep Lighting. Tell you how inventive and ingenuity runs in this locations in this country. He was telling me the other day they needed wire for the additional wiring for each of the little strands here to be able to connect them. He told me, go buy telephone wire, the 4-strand. Well, at that same time, a little earlier that day, the CCTV guy had gotten rid of several strands of Cat 6 cable. Do you know the difference between Cat 6 and telephone wire? Just the number of wires included inside. It's the same copper stranded wire. So it runs really good as electrical wire as well. So we were utilizing some of that. Instead of buying 7 meters of brand new telephone wire, we're reutilizing stuff that was already on site and was just being discarded. So great ingenuity at work. All right, here in the master's bath, our electricians have already put in the single pin light, because one of these pin lights is really bright, so we only needed one, and our exhaust fan over in the corner. plus a manhole access. So we've got manhole access as well, just in case we need to be able to get up there and work on some things. Underneath the, I'm not sure if y'all can see, right here up above is the bottom of the attic floor. So all of that fiber cement board flooring is just above. So we've got a good probably 3 feet in between the ceilings and the floor space above. So good crawl space area, and it's great being able to work on things all around and have space, and you're not worried about cutting out big sections in your ceiling to be able to get to it after the work is done. So we're putting in these manholes. They've got these access panels in the bathrooms. Really great idea. So, yeah, again, that's what that's going to look like. All right. As I've mentioned on a couple occasions, during the process of construction, the delivery trucks and whatnot will eventually crack your sidewalks and curbing. Yeah, the trucks are heavy, but also majority of the sidewalks here don't have any reinforcement inside. So there's no welded wire mesh underneath. There's no wire frame, as they call it here, or rebar. So it's just cement majority of the time. If you're lucky, it's concrete. Difference being what concrete has the aggregate in it, cement does not. Sometimes we have that luxury of having that in there. Majority of the time it's just plain cement. So talk with your engineer when you're working out the contracts. Make sure to see about adding that back in, that the job site, if you're in an area that already has curbs and gutters and sidewalks, to make sure that they are returned to like new status, and it's included in your contract. It is a great deal to do. Otherwise your subdivision HOA, if you have one, will probably be right in your backside trying to get that fixed and back to normal. So a lot of our painting that was previously done is being a little bit reworked, as is inevitable when you have a change of personnel. One person sees something that the other one didn't, or they have a different way that they like to see things done, and creates a little bit of rework. But what we're doing here is make sure we have a good smooth finish when painted and when completed. So Mr. Andy here is going back and putting a new finishing on the edges of all the woodwork. What they're using, see if I can find the bucket. What they're using over here is an acrylic, here it is, polyester body filler, as well as they have some acrylic lacquer that is normally used for automotive style paint. That's what they're using for getting the bases of this very smooth on the wood before they paint it, so it doesn't have any of the warps and wiggles where you see some of the wood do that. So they're fixing that. All right, we're getting in the last of the major appliances. This is the dishwasher that will be going in the dirty kitchen area, and we've got two and both of the refrigerators. So that's the last of the major appliances finally arriving. All right, that's one. Make sure when you're shopping for appliances, look around, shop around, not just the big box stores. Go to the little small spot shops too. You'll look and you'll find the same product for a cheaper price. So that's what we did. Well, they're making quite the bid arounds. We just happened to be the first one this afternoon. We had to shop around about 5 or 6 different shops and talk to the managers. Make sure that you get the best price they can give you. Just as a friendly reminder, when you're ordering the appliances here, when they show up on site, even though they're brand new packed in the box, have them open the box when they arrive. Even if they're not installing it that day, have them open the box so that you can see to check that one, the package inside is what you ordered, two, that there are no damages and dents or anything to the inside package. So also because once they deliver it and you sign for it, it's yours. All responsibility is yours. No, the warranty starts immediately at that point. And those are hard to take effect of. So you want to make sure they at least lift it up, do a cursory inspection, go look all the way around all the sides, and make sure that everything looks in order. So yeah, we're looking good here. No problems with no dents, no scratches, no dings. All good. Drop the box and have a nice day. All right, back here in the wow, that's a lot of wires.
Nice, sir.
Okay, man. Oh, let's look. Oh wow. Hey, welcome to the discotheque. Bow chicka bow bow. Oh wait, that's not discotheque. Nice. Alright, we got our stack of drawers for both islands. And Mr. Stanley is still working in the here in the garage bathroom, working on the painting up above and on the wall. So he's getting ready to start on the walls. That's the color he's got in his bucket at the moment. So you can see we've already got the front of the breakfast bar. Sorry, brain cramp. We got the front of the breakfast bar already repainted, spray coated. Same on this side. Again, this is just from what I understand, this is just a base coat. So we're doing the same thing here through the main cabinets. That's what Mr. Wilson is there working on now. Having fun with the spray gun. Mr. Stanley is wrapped up with the garage bath. So we've got nice paint on our cove ceiling. Sorry, not cove ceiling. Here we got cornice or our crown molding, and the walls are painted very nicely. Oh, that's a good blend in here. Now the next thing for here is shower and sink, and we're in the door. We're gonna be good. All right, Miss Emmy's got a new toy back here. Look, remote and all. We can change the colors. Going green. What other color you got? There you go. Purple, red. You got a yellow. Look, you got all kinds of colors. Look at this remote. All this was like 40 bucks on Lazada. And some good electrical know-how from our electrician crew, Mr. Cho, Mr. Chucks, and Mr. Kerwin, all doing a fantastic job.
I like that one.
Mm-hmm.
It's a nice color.
Okay, so this is the finished sample of what our cabinets are going to look like. This is the antique white. The only difference is we are still going to have a different color, a little bit lighter gray, light gray color on the molding around the sides, like we were talking about before. So that's going to be the color for the cabinets and the columns. Great job, our painting crew, Mr. Andy, Mr. Wilson, several others. And they are continuing, because this is just the beginning. As we said, this is a sample, so they wanted to make sure this was what they wanted. This looks good, and we're going to continue with the rest. All right, it's yabba dabba do time. You guys are packing up, getting ready to go home. Tools have been placed away, site's been cleaned up, and we had lots of things accomplished today. Our CCTV was troubleshot, initialized. Let's say that. Let's just say it was initialized and tested. We have some hardware that needs to be looked at, retested at another point. So the guys from Tech Vision should be back tomorrow. Great team, great group of guys. Very knowledgeable on what they're doing. Me and Emie both are very extremely happy with the system that we purchased from them. And besides that, they're right here local. They can help if we have any other issues. They are also available nationwide from what I understand. So look them up, techvisionict.com. Okay, other than that, that's my unpaid commercial. If y'all like today's video, please give us a big thumbs up. If you'd like to see more of these videos, hit the casa.texpina star right over here and you'll be subscribed. Hit the bell icon just below the view screen. You'll be notified of our next video upload for your viewing pleasure. So until we see you again tomorrow, have a great afternoon and God bless. But I'm gonna be where the lights are shining on me like a rhinestone cowboy.